Anyway, I have returned to you. I sound very robotic. It's a bit strange. I just went to get some water, like I said. It's very delicious. I'm going to drink some right now. Okay, that was close. For a second then I saw like a head popping up behind those sort of block tiles right there of grass, but it was actually just a lumberjack sort of doing their thing. Whew, that was close. Okay, so am I making the right stone here? I should be making the smoother looking one because that's going to be what the walls are going to look like, whereas the more detailed brick 2 one is going to be the housing that you can see right here. I believe it is. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I did decide that the walls would look better. I guess so. I guess we have a lot of brick that we don't need now. That is fine. We've still got quite a long time to go before... not that one. Quite a little while to go until we can actually make this wall. Anyway, so nothing to really worry about. Maybe we should have used our inventoryman from before to actually remove some of this decayed land. It's not decayed land, but it's been sort of burnt and charred. It's not great. It's kind of annoying, actually. It's a really big eyesore, okay, that I want to deal with. It's sort of gotten rid of all the nutrients of the land. It's horrid. It's plain and simple. It is horrid. We need to make a road, though. That's something I kind of want to get round to doing. Maybe if we change our inventoryman to a... miner of some sort. That would be pretty interesting. Maybe have 2 miners and set them up, just creating sort of a road layout. That would be very interesting to see. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing with this sort of weird level here. Whether I want to sort of build the grass slowly more in so that it looks a bit better, because it's not the same on the other side, unfortunately. As you can see right here, it just looks a bit weird. I'm not too sure what to do there. I guess we're just gonna have to leave it for the time being. That's something we're just gonna have to worry about at a later date. We are going to be making roads out of field stone, I believe, and I've actually changed my mind on the floors for the houses. That's just going to be standard wood, I feel, because it looks a bit better. I mean, you're not going to be seeing inside the houses too much, I guess, but it's just something that I feel like I need to do. There you go. Beautiful. Fantastic. So that's what we're going to do. Before that, we just need to double check that there are no enemies nearby. Okay, thank God they're balls. I thought they were like vicious, really mini, mini things. I'm not too sure what mini things are. Mini things, though, sounds like a sort of sweet or candy, if you will, of some form, which sounds sort of delicious. Actually, I kind of want to eat some mini things right now. Is that a pack of wolves? Oh, shit. That is a pack of wolves. Okay, then. Hopefully, they don't sort of envelop. Oh, well, hopefully they don't sort of enlarging their pack in any way that we saw last time. That would be quite distressful. Unfortunately, we won't be as lucky this time. We won't have any skeletons to help us out. Okay, and hopefully they don't do anything stupid, is what I'm trying to say there. What we'll do is keep our infantrymen for now, and they'll just sort of stay here. In fact, what we'll do is we'll have them sort of patrol the area that I want them to operate at. So stand at guard position, which I think we have one here. Yeah, we do. So they should stand at that guard position. There we are, because that's sort of a chokehold. That was the whole point of that, to stop wolves coming in, or at least sort of make wolves think that's the only way they're going to get in reliably, and then it would sort of give the chance for the infantry person to take them on one at a time. It was an interesting idea, and hopefully it actually works to its potential, but you never know, it might not. Tools are pretty high up there. We got to keep our eye open there. We can still go full speed Mo. It's full speed Mo, nice. Islay's not actually doing anything. I believe she did fail to create some more iron, unfortunately, so we will try and get another job done there. There we are. Go on, Islay. You can try. Give it a go. We might want to try and make some steel pickaxes again. I really want to make some and deal with the silver issue that we have. I'm just not too sure how reliable that's really going to be. Islay looks like she succeeded, so that's good to see. Do we want to actually try and create... I really don't. I think I would prefer just to make another sort of steel... not another steel, another iron pickaxe. We have a load of iron pickaxes. Wow, that's amazing. We actually have a bronze one as well. Awesome. Okay, well, maybe we don't want to do that then. Maybe we want to create something else. Maybe an armor of some sort. We could make another shield. That could work out for us. I'm looking at the wrong list there. That one we can't make, but we can try and make another one of these. And that would work out for us very well. We'll give it a go anyway. Because mostly, we're probably going to have 2 infantrymen deal with these wolves. Inevitably anyway. And hopefully no one dies, but you never know. Things do happen, unfortunately. These shields, though, would definitely help us in the defense. I do think shields have quite a large impact when it comes to the ability to defend yourselves, because they just look so awesome. That is in retrospect to the game and not real life, because, you know, you use a technique instead of a shield. But a shield's nice. A shield represents defense, and that's why we need one. If she will actually successfully make a shield, which I believe she did. Fantastic. That's good to see then. Okay, Islay, hopefully your blacksmithing skills, they're getting there. They're getting there. I want you to be a stonemason now and continue your mining operations. However, well, your creation operations. However, we will get the lowest ranking stonemason, being you, to become a miner and start to mine off the road that would be here. There we are. It's nice, actually, because we can gather some more dirt from doing this, which is always good to see. And we'll also make a storage, just a mining pile right here for the hell of it. There we are. And that'll work out for us. And also, we might as well get rid of this little bit here. There we are. Hopefully, those wolves don't attack this guy while he's down here. But I very much doubt they're going to do so. Also, it's nighttime. I'd imagine the wolves won't really be doing very much at this point in time, but you never know. You really don't know. The wolves are a mysterious creature that will, unfortunately, just eat your bones. It's quite disgusting, actually. I wouldn't recommend it, is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, oh well, we actually have more wolves here to gather resources off of. I do want to gather the resources of wolves because you can actually get some decent stuff from them. We are just going to, actually we can get stuff from spiders as well, so we'll just really get rid of these skeletons. Slash zombies, because they do not give us anything at all. There we are. There's a wolf up there we want to gather at some point. So he's just doing his own thing, and I'll let him do that for now. Just more mining level up. It's always good to see. Some sheeps around here. I would like to herd more animals, but unfortunately the chickens I were herding did just for some reason die. It was a bit weird, actually. I wasn't anticipating it at all. It was a bit frustrating at the same time because you just died, like just like that. It was a bit, you know, disheartening. We'll get rid of more of these skeletons because, you know what? It's good to see the remnants of battle take place, but we can't get anything from them. So what's the point of them just staying there, making the ground look all weird? It won't even fertilize the ground. No, it won't even do that. It will help us make carbon fuels in the very, very distant future. But before that takes place, we will not be messing around with our footprint at all. What we will be doing is doing so in our own way. Oh, shit. The pack, I believe, has increased by 3 wolves. Oh, no. Not this again. Ladies and gentlemen, we do remember this before. We were attacked quite recently, or at least... maybe we weren't. No, I don't remember these guys attacking my infantry person while he was making his way through the Badlands, which I am now calling it the Badlands. Because, yeah, that's why it's called the Badlands. We weren't attacked or anything, just by the mysterious hoverwolf prime, as it were. Hopefully, we do get some skeletons coming in, to be honest with you, that do deal with the insurgents in this area. No matriarch. I would not want you to be here, though. We can probably deal with this without you. We do have some skeletons over here. Man, we're getting attacked just all the time now, ain't we? So now we've got to deal with some skeletons in this direction. Quite a few of them. And we have a number of wolves to also deal with that are... where'd they go? They have disappeared. Oh no, they're all down there now, running away from the skeletons. I would really like it, wolves, if you run towards the skeletons, because they are currently making it toward my base, and I don't really appreciate that fact. Not at all, in fact. What we need to do is get another infantryman. We don't want you, Islay, because you're too valuable. Don't get me wrong, it would be nice to see your prowess in battle. I'm sure it is as great as Ismay's back in her day. But unfortunately, I just do not feel like it is a wise choice of action. No, you're not there. You might be fishing, actually. No, Chris. Not you. Where is the severe guy? Oh, no, we're probably using him. Yeah, we are. In fact, I think he's about to go to sleep. No, he's not as fatigued as you would think he would be at this point. Okay, we're going to have to just find the main Gerland. There she is. And turned her into an infantry personnel. That would be great for us to see. And we'll just stop your mining for the time being. That's a sheep. Okay, that's nothing to worry about. That is good to see. We actually want to watch out for the other lumberjack that's sort of doing their thing, because they are going to be attacked sooner or later. So we'll have to deal with that. How is the stone production going on? It's okay. 133 is still not going to be enough for even the first layer around this fairly large area. But we only need sort of the first 2 layers anyway to really keep everyone out to a certain extent, that is. So I wouldn't worry about that too much for now. But I do kind of want to work on the towers or something like that first. And the towers are not going to be that large, because I want the archers from the top to actually be able to shoot upon the enemy. So maybe we sort of... I kind of want to introduce a very interesting tower design where sort of the tower is very large at the base. Maybe cylindrical, I'm not too sure. I do want to make some cylinder towers, but I mean, the first sort of... It forms into an inner tower that is in the center of the sort of top base of the first layer of that tower, if that makes sense. So around that first tower layer, you'll be able to move your archers around, and then they'll be able to also be able to go up into a taller tower. The taller tower is just there for aesthetical sakes, to be honest with you, but I think it would look quite interesting. I'm not too sure if it will look amazing, though. I'm not too sure about that. The skeletons, though, are approaching very vigorously. In fact, I'm going to have to keep our eye open there. The infantrymen, I think, should have made it here by now. Yep, they have. That seems to be the group of infantrymen we can see right here. Unfortunately, she is not recovered fully, but it's going to have to do, I feel. Let's hope you have the ability to stay at your post. Stand at guard position. Yep, that's good to see. We do want 2 guards here. So if that can just... Oh. I'm trying to change it, but it's not working. There we are. We'll just increase the radius a little bit. I'm not too sure how well that's going to work out for us, but oh well. 2 guards are right there, ready and waiting for the inevitable skeletal horde that is making its way towards our base. Let's just keep an eye out for those peoples. Those wolves is what I was trying to say there. Because they will be a nuisance toward us. Why are you not mining? I believe he's not mining because the road is actually sort of designated along here, which we don't want to actually happen for the time being, of course. Just for the time being. There we are. We just want you to mine this area. There we are. Can we make it from there? Beautiful. There we are, we can. Oh, wait, no, we can't select outside this area for some annoying reason. There we go. Now we can do that. There we are. That's always good to see. Hopefully I'll remember to actually reselect that road instead of having myself complaining constantly about the... about no people joining the group. That would be quite unfortunate. These wolves are still in play, let's say. They are still waiting around here. Hopefully... we might be able to get them while they're sleeping and maybe sort of draw one of them in at a time. We might be able to deal with them that way. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that would be quite an unfortunate situation. It's quite an unfortunate situation to deal with, really, because I can't get out. I can't go and deal with these skeletons all the way over here because I need to keep these infantrymen here in case these wolves make their mark on my territory and try to take it from me. That would be quite unfortunate for us. Because they will attempt to do so, and I do believe an infantryman will die this day. I believe day 14 is the day where we will lose someone, you never know. Because there's quite a lot of enemies to deal with. They're coming from every single direction at the moment. It's not good for us at all. Luckily, we did deal with the insurgents that came from this direction. It's just that immediately afterwards, we got some enemies from this direction and some more skeletons coming from that direction. This world that we loaded up, is it on hard? Because this is much more difficult than the previous world we had, even though on the other world we did have sort of a significant advantage because they just sort of refused to cross the river, probably because it was sort of at a weird angle that they just didn't understand. Well, actually, no, that's not true, because they did try and cross the river, but they just sort of couldn't be bothered after a little while. Also, this infantryman is sort of just scouting out the sector right there. It's always good to see. It's good to see that they're doing their jobs. Yes, yes. Very good. The miner is on his way constructing the road. Which is weird, really, because I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see any difference in the road, because it's covered by a blue... Actually, I guess I will, because when I get rid of the regions, it will show the road. So that makes more sense to me now, actually. These wolves are still occupying this zone. And they have not been threatened by the inevitable zombie horde or skeletal horde that is making its way towards us. No. However, they are sort of converging by the looks of it. Well, actually, no, these wolves are sort of staying in this general area. In fact, they're not going towards us at all. They're just sort of wild. In fact, the only thing that really seems to be going toward our base are the skeletons or any of the other creatures. I mean, the goblins don't really do so too much, but you do get like a sort of random skeletal raider that does make its way towards our base. Sort of uninterrupted at the same time, but also uninvited. What was I trying to say there? But yeah, the wolves are sort of just in the Badlands, probably chewing on the corpses of the recently deceased and decaying. So that's always a good thought. It looks like we have no choice really but to move our infantry into... What the fuck are you doing? Why are you sleeping on the floor? That is very much the last thing I want to see from you, sir. Unfortunately, you don't seem to be... Do we not have any other armor at all? That would not be good for us at all, now would it? If they're not wearing any... We don't have any other armors. Okay, that's interesting. Do we have any materials? We have lots of tin ingots, but none of the others. Just iron and tin, unfortunately. We can't really get enough right now. What are you wearing? You're wearing pretty much all of the armor that we have, which is decent. It's not great, though. It's not amazing. So it looks like we will have to try and deal with these guys, but be sort of extra careful. These wolves down here are just sort of making their way across, but we will need to go outside and actually deal with these skeletons before they get a bit too close for comfort. There we are. So we'll get these guys into position. At least we do have, unfortunately, they are both going to try and stand at guard position. We just have to deal with that. Seek an attack, charge, target. That's interesting. I don't want you to do any of these. Idle. I would prefer you just. Actually, I want that one instead, and take that off. Is it because? Okay, yeah, we have to sort of change their mode to idle. Interesting. Okay, and well, what's happening with these wolves? Okay, they're all the way over there. So we will have enough time, I feel, to go and deal with these enemies. We will stop that, and we will stop that. Because I want to see if this actually works. Like, I'm sure they should be able to just go towards the enemy at will. So let's be careful, Gerlin, because you're the one without any armor. The only thing you have is a shield, unfortunately. There we are. Good kills, good kills. I like it. Right. Keep an eye on those wolves all the way down there. That's good to see. More skeletons to be taken out, to be dealt with, even. There we are. I'm curious what you guys think about the very, 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 very slow progression of the series so far. It's taking a long time to get stuff done. I'm not going to lie. Some people do say that they enjoy watching pretty much, you know, like, sort of progression. Even they would prefer, like, when I created the bridge, I mostly created it offline. Some people would actually prefer to see the ongoing creation of everything. I can try and do that, but it's quite difficult. Because at the same time, talking while I'm doing something sort of inhibits my ability to create things just a little bit. At least in a sort of live perspective. Everything I record is live. There's no sort of post work other than the intros and outros. That's pretty much it. I'm not sure what you guys think, but, you know, it would be useful to know a little bit more. Some people, well, actually most people have said they prefer just to sort of watch and see the progression. So, you know, okay, I'm happy enough to do that. We won't be seeing too much more sort of, like, things like the bridge. That required quite a lot of effort to deal with. Mostly, though, it's because the slow progression is mostly due to the fact that we're just getting attacked constantly. That's sort of the only downside that we have right now. We are just constantly under pressure. Merv, what are you doing? There we are. Flew away. He did. Flew away. He did. Where are the wolves? Just trying to find them here. So we saw them a second ago. Oh, they're all down there, literally right below me. Okay, they're just setting up their own little camp there. We will deal with that. Okay, there's a skeleton over here. Hopefully One Shot Wonder is going to come in and deal with that. Man, that skeleton was tough. Tougher than the usual ones anyway. Did we deal with all of these skeletons then? Are they all dead? Do we have to... Can we go back now? Because I would prefer these guys to not constantly be under patrol. It seems to be the case right now where everyone that we have is just... everyone that we have is always sort of put into positions where I'd rather them be doing something else. Which is a bit unfortunate. Mostly it seems to be guard duty, where, you know, their guard duty could go towards, like, maybe creating a farm or fishing or something instead. It's unfortunate, really, but, you know, we're going to have to deal with it right now. We haven't got a proper defense. There's no real way of defending ourselves. We don't have enough people as well, which doesn't help out. And we will need these two to deal with any of the enemies. We will need you to be a miner because I just don't like you mining. I don't like you chopping wood around this area. There's just too many wolves around. I do want to go out and deal with them. I'm not going to lie. I've sort of lost where they are now. Where have they gone? Let's just pause that. Oh, no, I just saw them. There we are. Has the pack improved in any way? It doesn't look like it. I would like to go and attack them, but I feel like in the past where I've tried to, like, sort of get one at a time, whenever you get one of them from, even if they're quite far away from the pack, they all just seem to know where the enemy is, and the enemy being me to them. They would just all sort of converge in. It's quite distressful, actually. We have dealt with large packs of wolves before, but sometimes it can be sort of weird. It can be quite random, the encounter. Sometimes we've just remained victorious with barely a scratch, and then sometimes we've gone in with the exact same sort of situation, with the exact same parameters as before, and came out nearly dead. It's very strange going up against wolves. They seem to have a very strange ability to crit, which is quite frustrating to deal with. You're probably hearing Merv flying around the room. Merv, why are you doing this now? You were nice and quiet today, and now you're just like flying around, causing all sorts of havoc. There we are. Also, comment would be useful on the quality of the microphone right now. I did listen back on it, and it did sound a little bit strange. I'm not too sure if anyone else can agree with that. It might be just because of the way I'm talking today. It's very abrupt. Well, it's very quick and very twitchy. Slightly nervous, actually. I'm a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous today. Don't know why. Maybe it's just because I want to get the series in a sort of nice position. Okay, where I feel secure. That might be just... I might just need to start building the wall now. That might be it. You never know. If we deal with these wolves, then maybe I'll go ahead and do so. Because then, by that point, if we have just a 2-layer wall, and then, of course, we have our sort of castle towers, as it were, then we will be able to sort of sort out a proper arrangement when it comes to the gatehouses. Well, I feel like making the same design that I did before. Maybe a few differences, but that should work out fairly well. The wall should be about 4 walls thick, but I don't think I am going to do sort of all of the inside of the walls, just sort of the first 2 layers, and then I can just sort of create the other 2 sort of fairly easily. without using too much brick. Because they're not going to be able to... The only thing that's going to do much damage to the top layers of the brick walls are probably spiders. I'm not too sure if they're going to just sort of climb all the way up and do a little bit of damage anyway. I think they're just going to climb all the way up the wall and deal with the enemies there, so... Or us, there. I'm always talking from their perspective. It's where you got to look. It's where you're going to look at it. That was a bit weird. My frame rate just died completely there. That was very strange. Actually, I'm not too sure if this wolf pack has actually increased in size. It looks like they had a few more wolves a minute ago, and now they're gone. Maybe 2 separate packs. But the thing is, in the past, we have seen that 2 packs that see one another and connect do actually connect, and they just sort of follow each other around. I'm not too sure. I do want to take out these wolves, though, because they will have quite an interesting yield of leather. Which I do want to actually give everyone some form of leather gear, just sort of as a protective measure. I feel like it would work out for us fairly well. This mining's underway, though. It's taking them a long time to build this road. It's quite interesting.